Hey everybody, it's Kathy here and I'm joining in with Baby Got Scraps today. This is where we take our scraps and we build a layout using them. So for this layout today I'm starting with a base page, which is going to be my bulk of my layout, and then I've got a couple of strips of scraps there that you can see, and I'm cutting out a piece from this one here which I will use and then move that onto another layout as another piece of scrap. So while I have started with another piece of paper as a full, these pieces here that I'm using now are scraps, so that's why this falls into Baby Got Scraps. And I like to use my scraps up, and I'm finding that having this layout hop on every January, it helps me to refocus on using up those pieces of paper that just get put to the side after a layout and then accumulate in massive piles. So I'm going to do a dedicated approach in the next couple of days of just using up all my scraps to clear out the pile that has been here from January. I've just used a paper punch there to punch in an edge, and I am apologising for my noisy cockatoo in the background. He is, for some reason, off his nut today. He's choosing to be very vocal, and I really don't know what's going on with him. He sometimes does this at night time when he gets scared of the dark, but there's no dark unless there's a storm brewing and he can hear it and we can't. It is quite warm here out in Sydney, so maybe that's what it is. Using scorched timber here just to ink up the edges of my pieces of paper here so that it lifts off that background and gives it some depth or some shadowing so that it's not just blending in with the layout. Now I have got this strip here. It is 2.5 inches wide and it is the full 12 length. And then I have also cut out that one there with the paper punch. That's 12 inches by 1.25 inches. And then I have this one here, and now you can hear Ivy going off in the background. So this one here is 10.5 inches by 6.5. Yeah, 10.5 by 6.5, because my photos are this one photo here that I'm using is 4 by 8. Now what I'm going to do with this photo is I'm going to make it a little bit different, and I'm going to make it into a tryptophoto, but in between one of the panels I'm going to leave space for embellishing. So I'm turning a 1 photo into 4, and I'm stretching it across that panel there. So the skyline is going to go to the top, and this is the great thing with panoramic photos. You can do this because you have that room and that space in the layout of the photo to extend and divide. And then put the sand to the bottom, and then the middle one here is of my daughter, and she's standing before the waterfall, and I'm raising it there. Now I have this Pink Fresh Studios paper here, and I only want to use this one cut apart in the middle, and it says "Here Comes the Sun," as this was our first summer's beach day, and so it was perfect for this layout, and it's also the right colours for this layout. Now from here I went and shopped some fussy cut elements that I could cut out of printables, and I'm just layering some up. These seashells and the sea urchin and all of the beach things, they're coming out of a Uniquely Creative paper. I have a Vicky Booten camera sitting up there, and once again some more Creative Sketch printables for the rest, for the hearts and the tickets. I'm just going to tuck those in and put those into place. I'll do that off camera, and once they're sealed down in place I'll be back. And as you can see, I've popped up a couple of them on foam tape, so the shell, the hearts, the camera, and that gives them a little bit of depth and texture and interest. And I'm just going to add in some journaling down here, saying that it was our first beach day and we're out checking out the beaches, and it was nice to be summer. We are much a summer family. We do love getting out into the sun and the beach and enjoying that type of experience. So I'm just going to finish off here. I'm drawing in a messy border with my pen, and I just do that by dragging my pen down the layout It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It does need to be somewhat, but if it's not a straight line, that's fine. It adds to the interest. Now I'm going to add in some Nuvo drops in sets of 3, and I'm putting it at 3 strategic points around the layout, and that's so your eye will roam around. But this is basically how this has come together. And I love the beauty of scraps because it allows your layouts just to form without too much thought, and you are using up what you once loved on another layout and putting it to good use on a second layout. So here's how it is. You can see the dimension there where I've popped things up. You can see that I've added in the journaling and the paper punch, just adding that little bit of extra to the layout. Quick and simple, nice and easy, using up those scraps into an album, another layout completed, and a great way to stretch a photo across a layout and make it a focal point. So I hope that something here inspires you to get creative. Thanks for watching once again. Leave me a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up. Happy scrapping, and here's my next recommendation for you.